Hi everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my tarot channel today. My name is Paulina. If you are interested in getting a reading with me, I'm going to put some information below and you're welcome to reach out to do that. So this is a reading about the one that got away. So it can be anyone, it can be there might be a possibility of multiple people coming through, but multiple situations, because often when we have abandonment trauma or rejection trauma, it's a deeper trauma that has other people from our past involved. So there might be overlap there, but in general, this is a reading about someone who either you've dated or you always wanted to be with, but it never worked out. It was either unrequited love on your part or just not the right time, whatever it is. So yeah, so I'm gonna get some cards and I'm gonna just try to tune in to the energies. First card we got is the Princess of Wands reversed, Princess of the Shining Flame. So I feel like this is the key signature energy card for the reading. And the Princess of Wands, I'm going to read what it says in the book because it has a specific meaning. Sorry, just give me one sec. Okay, here we are. Princess of Wands. Reversed. Superficial, theatrical, cruelty, instability, domineering, a gossip. So there could be someone that you have these feelings for or had these feelings for that actually was a very negative influence, a very negative person. And there's probably a lot of reasons why you're attracted to this negativity. It might be like an empathic person who's attracted to the typical narcissist. Let's pull some more cards from my Hermetic Tarot. So how did this person see you in the past? They saw you as Five of Pentacles reversed. Traditionally, this means coming out of poverty. And I'm going to see if it has a special meaning in this deck. Just bear with me. Five of Pentacles reversed. Money is sometimes regained after severe toil and labor, determined, obstinate. They see you as someone who really works hard and or they saw you as someone who just refused to quit and was very intense person. You might be a Scorpio or a Taurus or another fixed sign such as Leo or Aquarius, although generally they're a bit more detached, I would say, than the Taurus or Scorpio. So they see you as someone who's very hardworking and very concerned with material gain after being in poverty. So that's how they saw you. I mean, how did you see them in the past? You saw them as the Knight of Cups, which traditionally is the emotional caretaker male role. I'm going to look it up here. Knight of Cups. Graceful, poetic, enthusiastic if aroused, Venusian, indolent, a proposal. So they could have been someone who really likes beauty, maybe like an artist, someone who's artistic, and you saw them as maybe handsome or beautiful. And you saw them as someone who had maybe a refined sensibility to them. And maybe a sense of mystery, because the Cups is about water, which is, about mutability and feelings, and can be about the subconscious as well. So, what were the, sorry, I was going to ask what were the nature of the feelings that this person had towards you then, in the past? The Hermit, Magus of Voice of Light, So they may have felt you were a hermit. They may have felt like a hermit themselves. Maybe you had that in common with each other, that you both had a hermithood element to you. It says wisdom sought, knowledge, divine inspiration, counsel, inner strength. So the feelings that they had about you were that you were inspiring, and you were someone who could be like a psychological counselor to people, and they noticed that about you. So I would say your feelings were fairly platonic. If anything, they were interested in your wisdom and the amount of knowledge that you had. Maybe you were very knowledgeable about a subject. So maybe they were a little bit like in awe of, because the hermit relates to hermetic wisdom, which is like the studies of monks. It's like a closed knowledge, like a secretive knowledge, having to do with the divine. So there could have been elements of them that you were able to lure out, and vice versa. There is also there's a pyramid here, and I was thinking about the Sphinx pyramid today, actually, and I think that really it's hard to separate the symbolism of the pyramid from the pyramids that actually exist in the desert themselves. To me, it's like a symbol of mystery and power and divine geometry, really. So there could have been a divine geometry to who you are, that they almost wanted to figure out, like a math problem. And what were the nature of your feelings towards them? So this is not how you saw them. This is the nature of your feelings. Queen of Wands, Queen of the Thrones of the Flame. So you felt passionate. I would say maybe perhaps you were in a time of your life where you felt somewhat sexually active. Let's see, Queen of Wands. It says adaptable, steady force, sympathetic, understanding when she wants to be. So maybe you were someone who was able to, you saw them as your feelings towards them had to do with like you being emboldened, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't say your feelings were romantic either, really, per se. Perhaps you had a feeling of lust, as the Queen of Wands could be engaging in lust, but this maybe more was a lustful time in your life. I would say that they brought out in you a boldness, as there's a lion here, and also the Queen of Thrones of the Flame, it says. So the Thrones of the Flame is really an intense image, because it's about standing in your power as you're being transmuted, right? Like as change is happening, or as rebirth is happening, you're still having that warrior energy. So I feel like how you felt about them was maybe passionate, honestly. If not romantic, they brought out a passionate side in you. What happened here in the interaction? What was the nature of the interaction? We got Two of Wands, Lord of Dominion. So I would say there was just some duality here, some different ways of seeing. It says strength, dominion, harmony of rule, boldness, justice, courage, shamelessness, revenge, restlessness. So yes, there was a bit of a duality to the relationship. There was something about I would say, rulership of maybe of each other, or maybe there were situations, and there's the ram here signifying Aries and Mars. Maybe there were situations like you brought it up, the dualities in each other's personality. Just by interacting, you could bring out the shadow side of each other, and you could see the two choices that are always being made, like in life, just in interacting with each other. Maybe one of you was much more emotional, maybe one of you was more logical, maybe one of you is masculine, maybe one of you is feminine, maybe one of you is more spiritual and one of you is more rational. So these sort of dualities and dichotomies that can make a lot of tension and friction, honestly. So what did Spirit have in mind for this interaction in life? What was the purpose of this meeting? 5 of Wands. Geez, Lord of Strife. I would say that Spirit or God, maybe you're both people that come from families or life situations where conflict wasn't okay, or where conflict was happening, so you made conflict bad. So it could be either of those, or both at the same time. Maybe you were in a family where, I don't know, the dynamic was, stressful. 5 of Wands is typically about defeat of a battle. I just want to read what it says here in this special book here. Okay, 5 of Wands. Strife, contest, struggle, conflict, boldness, rashness, cruelty, violence. So I would say that this person was brought into your life to be your enemy. Which is like scary, but like they were brought into your life to perhaps make you more assertive. And maybe that's just one-sided. It doesn't have to be that you both are helping each other be assertive. It could just be them helping you be more assertive. So what does the person feel about you now, not in the past? What are their feelings towards you now? How do they see you now? Both in the same card. Actually, I got 2 cards. I got 10 of Pentacles and the Moon reversed. So I would say the Moon reversed, let's see what it says. This is like a special book that has certain meanings, besides the ones that I know off the top of my head. 10, it's number 18. Okay, so the Moon says, reversed, trifling mistakes, minor deception recognized. And 10 of Pentacles. So I haven't gotten there yet, but the 10 of Pentacles generally means wealth. So let's see what it says here. Completion of material gain, but nothing beyond. The pinnacle of success, prosperity. They may think that you're doing well financially, or that you've come full circle in your financial struggle. They may think that there's something deceptive in the interaction, or something like hidden or dark about the interaction. They may see you as a psychic person, as the Moon is related to the sign of Cancer, which is about psychic abilities. And the Moon in general is about our feelings and our perceptions and our intuition and the subconscious. So there may be a lot subconsciously that they feel about you. I'm going to get a couple more cards. First let's get one more about how you feel about them now and how you see them now. Okay, I got 6 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles. So you see them as someone who's independently wealthy. and someone who, reminds you of the past, sort of like a nostalgia, and maybe like a sweetness or an innocence there. Maybe there was like a romantic inkling there. Okay, so what else? I want to get a little bit more about their feelings, because I feel like with the not the high priestess, with the moon there's something hidden there that maybe is from their wounding, from their past, that is related to how they feel about you. So let's get a little bit more about how they feel about and see you now, this person. Okay, the dolphin collar, pure joyful friendships, loving help. Oh, that's really sweet. And it's the number 15, which adds up to 6, which is it's a divine number, the Holy Trinity, but also it's the Lover's card and choices and choosing beauty over ugliness, choosing joy over pain. So the dolphin, it's a long, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says, there are those who can call forth the power of nature, the messengers of the Mother and the Great Spirit, but when we gaze upon nature's marvels, we rarely see the Ancient Ones standing in their midst, stirring again and again the cauldron of the planet, and allowing us to see all of the beauty and wonder that is there. The dolphin caller steps forth at dawn, and to this being the ancient relatives of the humans, the people of the sea, who will move through the ocean around the waters and cleanse and clear the oceans, come. They reawaken within the waters their purity and their song, and the dolphin caller will transfer their song and gift in clearing the energy to the land, so the people as they go about their day. So many are now beginning to arise from their slumber, and not just the slumber of sleep. They are awakened from the slumber of the soul. So too are you, as the dolphin caller and the magical beings of the oceans now call you to awaken your own possibilities to a new beginning, not only to a new each day, but a new beginning for your soul. We become like those a time of play, of release, of cleansing, and of zest and joyful friendship is available for you. We become like those we are surrounded by, and these beings will lift the spirits and remind you of what friendships can be like. So, and it goes on and talks about the grace and power and fluidity of these beings. So really they see you now as someone who cares in a friendship way, like someone who accepts them, and it's a really beautiful feeling. And they also see the illumination is help is on its way, and you will soon experience joyful companionship. They see you as like a pure person that like loves in a playful way, and that you're someone who transmutes, like maybe you're like a seer, like they see you as someone who's like really intuitive, like maybe they see you as a psychic or very spiritual. They see you as someone who's like picking up on the energy and like translating it somehow to other people, whether you're picking up on ancestors or people's guides or whatever it is. So that's really beautiful. And let's get one more card about how they see you now and their feelings towards you, and then we'll get one about you and some closing messages. So one more about how they see you now, just to contextualize what we got. Their feelings now towards you. Okay, 35, the number 8, which is about financial stability. So because in numerology, we're always adding up the two numbers together. So 35 becomes 8. So 8 is about financial stability. It's about steadiness and stableness. It's also related to the 8th house of joint finances and regeneration, birth, and rebirth and death. Archangels Gabriel, Michael, and Chamuel with unicorn energy. I love the idea of acorn energy. And Chamuel with unicorn energy, carrying spirits. So this is the image. And it says, okay, this orb offers you hope and a surge of confidence for the future. Envisage a world where everyone can connect with their unicorn so that they can live with pureness of heart for the greater good of all. Ask the archangels to help you achieve this. Your guidance is to focus on international peace. So really they see you as somebody who cares about expanding human consciousness. So that's a really good way to see you. I would say in general, they really see you as like a neutral friend person who they care about, and they want to know more about you. As we got the moon card, there's like still mystery about who you are. Okay, so, and how do you feel about them now? How do you see them now? Wait, no, come back. Okay, we got the Light Priestess, Galactic Wisdom, Cosmic Rituals. So I'm going to read a little of what it says, but it's pretty long. It's the number 6. Oh, hey, we already got the number 6, so that's cool. Synchronicity there. It says, before you is the temple, a gateway to the realms of light, and it is broken. It is being restored, built with rebuilt with every moment that you give to your own restoration and well-being. Talks about spending time with the light, pouring your energetic gateways, receiving light, to areas that are just repaired. So it's like maybe you're doing a lot of healing yourself, and as you do this healing, you are called to heal others, and I feel like that's tied into how you see them now. And perhaps there's elements of the past that were hurtful to you. Maybe this person hurt you. Maybe you hurt them. Maybe it's a back and forth. It says, Starborn One, your temple is not broken. It is being rewoven from the 1,000 lights to the faraway worlds you once were part of. Live this life, but in this moment, remember your origins and the divine path you will take home. So it says, you are a temple, and you're restoring the gates between the worlds with every offering you make to your own well-being, to your own spirit. So really, you're focused on you now. There could have been a time when you were very codependent in your life, and maybe this person fit into that codependency and that structure and that vision of yourself and who you are. And maybe you resent them for that, for letting them fit you into their, for how you fit into each other's dysfunction. I don't know if that makes sense. One last closing message for how you feel about them now. 36 adds up to the number 9 about beliefs, philosophy of life, travel. Archangels Metatron and Uriel merged with an angel of Archangel Gabriel carrying spirits. This is from Diana Cooper's Orb deck. Come here, baby. It says, this orbs gives you the confidence you need to undertake your life mission. You have chosen this card to remind you that you are an important part of the whole, and your energy is required to help the divine plan for the planet forward. The angels are with you, encouraging you to undertake what your soul agreed before you incarnated. Your guidance is to ask their assistance, open to their promptings, and go with the flow. So how you feel now is that if you have a more spiritual way of seeing life, and you're just like sort of going with the flow of the situation and feeling it out and expressing how you feel. Okay, let's get some closing thoughts from Spirit for this connection, for this energy connection. Everyone that we interact with in life, even the short interactions in the subway or in the grocery store, are meaningful and potent, and they're divinely designed for our growth, for our healing, and for the other people as well. Anyone we interact with, you have to think of it, you're an energy match. And I like to think that there's such a thing as healing circles, where people are coming together to do very important work, often where we are recreating families of origin and replaying situations subconsciously. But Anyway, whatever the case is, I'm trying to say that this connection is divine and all relationships are eternal, even ones that are, just friendships, or even ones that are short or seemingly meaningless. All relationships are eternal. So closing messages from Spirit regards to this message. We got 33, the gathering, again, number 6. Community, kinship, companionship. So really this is a relationship about, again, we got the word companionship. We got that last time too. It's really a relationship about like realizing there's a community of people. Like often, we might not realize that we have social networks, even just from the different phases in our lives that we've, been through, and we've touched others and they've touched us. And unless you do some serious cord cutting, those ties remain, and we want to nurture and create positive ties. So yeah, one more little tidbit of info about some closing messages from Spirit about this interaction, this divine meeting between you and this person. Ace of Cups, Nethael, God, the King of Heavens, number 54, which adds up to 9. Rejuvenation, obtains the mercy of God and gives long life. And Queen of Pentacles, Mebahaya, 55, adds up to 1. The Eternal God, intellectual lucidity, provides consolation and compensations. So maybe you both consoled each other, and were also, through your intellect, you kind of made the world real for each other. That could, in your intellect, could actually be another basis of this. Also, competition could be another. And also learning about the self and learning about individuality, because 55 adding up to 10, adding up to 1, is really about the first house of self. Perhaps appearance had something to do with this. Perhaps money, as the Queen of Pentacles is here. And there is a king and a queen figure here. Queen of Pentacles, King, God of Heaven. So anyway, the Ace of Cups over here. So there could have been something very innocent and like a first offering of emotion, and this could have been someone you knew in your youth as well. And with the 54 adding up to 9, they could really stimulate you philosophically, and they could really make you question your own beliefs, and vice versa. And yeah, so basically, in addition to the consolation that you provide for each other intellectually, you rejuvenate each other, and where it says obtains the mercy of God and gives long life, this could be a long interaction. This could continue beyond what you think. And I'm going to get one last card about the future of this relationship, or 2 last cards. What's the future of this relationship? And I'm going to get Louise Hay. What is the future of this relationship? Okay, the Louise Hay says, this is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. The past is over. Beautiful. And then we got, sorry, that's not our card. It was the same card I pulled before. The Emperor, Mikhail, like unto God, number 42, adds up to 6. We got so many 6s in this reading. Political authority, gives safe travel, and protects against conspiracies. Yeah, so this is really a situation where it's time to sort of move on. and to choose positivity in our lives regardless of this person. The future having to do with political authority, um, perhaps you'll have authority over this person in some way that you haven't before, or perhaps authority over yourself. Because you remember there's the politics of the body as well. And with the Emperor, it's also about control, maybe self-control here. Maybe there was an element of obsessive control on either end of the interaction, because it could be about relinquishing control. And with the staying in the now, the past is over. Yeah, I think that the future of this relationship is really about focusing on yourself and staying in the now and realizing that this was a lesson to take with you about how you interact with people, that could really help you in the future, in terms of being present in how you interact. So yeah, have a great day.